Okay, great. So thank you everyone for joining us today. We have recently partnered up with the Skills Network to offer free courses to our community. We have courses ranging from awareness of mental health issues to certificates in, sustainability, principles of business administration, IT user skills. We have a variety of courses available at the moment, and we have a dedicated member of their team to answer all your questions today. And give you more insights on what you can expect and what benefits you might have from signing up to one of their courses. I will hand it over to you, Stuart. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much for the invite, and thank you for the opportunity to obviously explain what the Skills Network do. But yeah, that's me. I'm Stuart. I'm one of the managers of the adult education budget at the Skills Network. And exactly as Ariana just said there, we actually offer Ofqual accredited level 2 training courses that are fully funded by the government. A lot of people do generally ask us how are these free? And what we actually do is we utilize the adult education budget and partner with a number of colleges across the country that will allow us to give the training courses to learners free of charge. So yeah, in terms of the awarding body that we use TQ UK, and all our qualifications are Ofqual accredited as well. So people that will actually get involved with the training courses and finish them will actually receive a level 2 certificate, so a nationally recognized qualification. I'm just about to share my screen. It says, here we are. Just a nod if you can see my screen now. Perfect. Okay. So working with Women High Up, the Skills Network have developed what we call microsite. What this is a portal into the training courses that Women High Up have essentially wanted to allow learners to enroll on. The website looks like this. And this is, as I say, it's got all the courses that are available on there, which there are 10 of. On the left-hand side here, there's a search function. You can search for the course. You can even select categories, or you can actually choose the levels. All of our courses that we actually offer are all distance learn. So we deliver these on a paper platform, which is physically sending the paper in the post to you. We'll give you envelopes that can send the assessments back to us. Or majority of it is actually online through a system called Equal, which I'll show you afterwards. The courses that are all on here, there are 10 of courses, as Ariana literally just went through there. We've got awareness of mental health problems, certificate in principles of team leading, environmental sustainability, equality and diversity, information, advice or guidance, IT user skills, lean organization management techniques, living in a diverse society. And if I move on to the next page, we then have principles for digital skills in employment, principles of business admin, are the 10 courses that we have featured on the site themselves. So just to give you an idea of how the actual application process works, okay. If you view the course, this can be any of the courses that you'd want to look at. It will always give you a bit of a course overview. It will tell you how the funding works. All of our courses will take between 4 and 12 weeks to complete. They're all level 2. As mentioned, the awarding body is always TQ UK. And on the right-hand side here, it will always advise you how the learning is delivered. So this one here is all online. Gives you an idea of what the benefits of the course are and how they work. And there's a little section at the bottom that gives you course content. So if you want to know a lot more information about what the course entails, it will actually break it all down in terms of the units and what the units are all about. Once you're happy with the course that you want to do, you can click apply now for funding. If you already have a Skills Network account, you can log in. If you haven't got an account, create an account. If you don't want to and you want to do the application in one go, you don't even need to create an account at all. So just to give you an idea of what the application process looks like, you've got eligibility, which I'll just quickly cover off. So you must have lived in England, you must live in England or Scotland, must have lived in the UK or European Union for the last 3 years at least, must be aged 19 or over as of the 31st of August 2021. If you are between 19 and 23, you must already hold a level 2 qualification. You can't have done the same course or a similar course with another provider on a funded course, and you can't enroll with us or any other provider on a funded program at the same time. The courses, you can do up to a maximum of 4 per annum, but only 1 at a time. So this bit is the eligibility. That's all covered off. Just a quick mention over with regards to admin costs. In the unlikely event that a learner decides that the course doesn't want to be completed, 3 weeks down the line, the skills network are unable to get hold of somebody. There is a potential that an administration fee could actually be implemented. Doesn't happen very often. Just simply all we ask is please communicate it back to the skills network with the reason as to why you may potentially have to withdraw from the process, or if a deadline date needs to be moved. But I just want to cover that off. So the sections themselves, it does ask a lot of information. It is a government-run adult education budget, so they do ask a lot of questions in terms of personal details. So you'll need to fill in all the information about yourself. It does ask some things around national insurance numbers and employment. So that's your personal details. There are a few equality and diversity questions that you actually fill in. A lot of them are drop-down boxes or tick boxes. Qualifications and employment. This is where you'll select your highest qualification that you've currently achieved, and what obviously the titles are, and grades in maths and English. Employment status, it will cover off. An emergency contact. We do get asked a few questions in and around why an emergency contact is needed. It's simply because it's a safeguarding question. We need to have that ability that should we require an emergency contact, same as any college, a bricks and mortar college would need it. We're a digital college and would need the emergency contact there as well. Finally, how you want to be contacted, the times that you'd like to be contacted, and then you'd need to upload some either a passport or a driving license. Once that's then completed, a tick box on the accepting the terms and conditions, a signature at the bottom here, and then send your application form in for process. What will then happen is you will need to do a quick maths and English assessment. It is not a pass or fail. With regards to the maths and English assessment, it's literally just giving us an idea in terms of the time frames and the learner journey roadmap that will provide people. So how the learning is actually delivered to you. Once that's then completed, we will then go and find a funding partner for you. So we'll go and look for a college that we can actually get a space for you. Once that space has then been found, we will come back to you with that space. You must accept that funding partner. Once the funding partner is accepted, that's when the clock will start. So there's as I say, the courses generally take between 4 and 12 weeks maximum to actually complete, depending on which course you'll be on. There'll be different time frames. So just to give you an idea of once that's all completed, you will then be given login details to a system called Equal. So this is the online platform. The platform itself has a portfolio. So this is where all your learning is kept, all the courses that you've done. Anything that you find is important or you want to save can be kept in here as well. In terms of the learner journey roadmap, a calendar will be on the system. You've got access to it here, and it's also on the right-hand side here. When you're actually enrolled onto a course, you will have red squares throughout the duration of when the course will obviously be done. And these red squares will tell you when them units need to be completed. It allows you to kind of keep on track and not go beyond the 12-week time frame. There's forums, classrooms, and support. So we do have areas for learners to communicate with each other. It does require a registration process, and we do have lots of support. So in terms of the support, every learner will be given a tutor and a learning support advisor. The tutor and learning support advisor are available Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. and on a Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Essentially via phone or online. They're all people. They're all specifically trained within the skills network, fully up to date with all the courses that we've actually had designed and accredited ourselves. To give you an idea of what the courses look like, Here's an example for our TQ UK mental health awareness course. Normally speaking, there's a resume button here, so you can go in and out of the system as often as you want. Once you leave the system, it will automatically save, allowing you to go in and out of where, basically take you to where you last left off. The learning itself, you can see it breaks it down into the sections. If I click to view here, it's very much a presentation basis. You can look at courses, it'll give you an overview. There's a lot of video content that will be played, allow you to use interactive material that you can get involved with. There are places for you to write notes, essentially a really in-depth course for you to get involved with. Once you've actually completed that unit, you will then go to your assessment. Assessments here are very straightforward questions. They are a essay-based question. However, most of the questions you'll find won't need an essay writing on them. There is no minimum or maximum amount of words that are needed to actually be written in the answer. However, as long as there's a general understanding of what the question is asking, it will be a pass. What happens when you actually do the assessment? The assessment will be filtered back to the tutor. The tutor will then go on to actually mark that assessment, and they will give feedback on it. So you will receive a report, and that report will either come back with a refer, and this is the information that you need to give us to pass that particular unit, or it will be a pass subject to moderation. You can move on to the next unit itself. Once that's all done and it's completed, your tutor will then mark it, you'll get a pass, and then from there, your TQ UK certificate will be issued. That is the skills network, a bit of an idea of the application process itself, and a little bit about how Equal works. I guess I want to open the floor and see if anybody has any questions.
I have a question, actually.
Okay.
I was
Put me
just
on the
wondering,
spot.
okay, if you could please tell our learners, you know, how they might benefit from signing up to one of our free courses, and actually, you know, how they're accredited and how they can benefit from obtaining an accredited qualification from the Skills Network.
Yeah, absolutely. So the qualification is a nationally recognized qualification. So simply, we will have a team of people that once it's completed, that will physically contact the learner to get feedback on how the course went. But not only that, it's updating your CV, whereabouts in terms of the company that you're with or have, what you want to, what subject you want to gain the upskilling in. So, for example, I deal with a lot of organizations that really like our team leading and customer service courses. A lot of them are kind of customer facing, and they really want to get some additional support and additional qualifications in team leading. A lot of team leaders that are already out there don't have the experience of team leading, or just like a little bit more support. Some people aren't in team leading positions and do want to move into that particular area. So there's lots of courses that we have that are available that will allow people to move up within the organizations that they currently or are going to work for. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely. Thank you, Stuart. Do we have any more questions from our audience? Oh, Joanne, if you would like to add something, feel free to do that as well.
Yeah, I'd just like to ask, can you complete these courses in your own time, or is there a time limit in which you need to complete them?
Very, very good question. Yeah, with regards to the courses themselves, they are all distance learned. So they are very much do them in your own time, at a place that suits you. So yeah, essentially I've done a couple of the courses, as you've seen, myself, and generally speaking, it's from home, after work, sat on my laptop, and I will literally complete the course myself. The tutor will mark them generally between 8 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. Monday to Friday and on a Saturday, but I can actually move on to the next unit whilst the original unit is being marked.
Okay, yeah, that's great. I think that's very important these days. Also with people have busy schedules, and they can also fit in one of these courses while they're in their schedule, which is good.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
think the questions just come in.
Yes, I think we have a question from Zoe North. Does it matter if you have undergraduate qualifications? Can you still benefit from the courses?
So in terms of if you meet the eligibility, so as long as you are aged over 19, okay, if you're between 19 and 23, your qualifications do come into the eligibility criteria. So you must already have a full level 2 qualification. So essentially a GCSE grades A star to C. If you are above 23, there's absolutely no minimum requirement. If you are already on a funded course, if you've got funding from the government on any other course, you will not be eligible for these courses at all. So if you're not on a funded course, absolutely fine.
Would that be okay for postgraduate students as well, master's degree students? I think that will apply to them.
Absolutely, and it's open to anybody. As I say, these courses are physically for adults to upskill themselves at a time that suits them. The general feedback that we get from a lot of people is, I haven't got the time to go into a college, I haven't got the time to commit to do this, whereas our courses are, particularly with everything that's gone on with the pandemic, great for people to be able to obviously learn at a time that suits them. People have busy lives, families, so yeah, absolutely, they're available to anyone and everyone meeting the criteria, obviously.
And also, just to let our community know, you can find the eligibility criteria on our website. And if you would like to learn more, you can always drop us an email, and we'll be more than happy to share with you the eligibility criteria. But again, I think it's pretty fair to have the eligibility criteria. I think it would be fine for our community. To be honest, we have a lot of students, and I think whether they're part-time or full-time students, they can all benefit from signing up to one of their courses. Do we have any more questions? I think we might not. Okay.
Hopefully that's a good thing then. Hopefully I've covered everything.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you did. Thank you, Stuart, for joining us today. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, no more questions. All right then. Okay.
Well, what I'll do is, obviously, if anybody wants to reach out via yourself, Ariana, then please do pass on my contact details. If there's any other questions, please do drop me an email, or there'll be a telephone number on there as well. I'll pass all that information along with the microsite link for you. But yeah, I'm here to help support.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today, Stuart. That was very helpful.
No worries at all.
And I hope it will give an insight to our community as well.
No worries.
Okay, so I'm just going to stop the recording now.